I wonder if I should come up with a new opening video. See if we got anybody. Oh, she's looking it up. It's going to be on the live's going to be on the big screen behind me.
I usually have it pulled up too, so I can look at the count.
Well, let's see. We got anybody in here? One person is probably her. Or it's probably no, it ain't me yet. Probably you.
Yeah.
But anyway, people check. People watch this after anyway, so they see all this weird stuff at the beginning. Nobody else gets to see.
Yep.
So what you been up to, William?
Oh, it looks like we got Twisted Metal in here.
Oh, there's Dennis.
Been messing with the Cushman today, getting the exhaust fitted. That factory exhaust is a perfect fit for a 1-inch conduit connector.
Huh.
It's
So
exact fit.
Are you not wanting to tell anybody what kind of exhaust you put on it?
It's just dual exhaust. It's fine. Just
It's
straight
still
out the back.
It didn't come out with dual exhaust on it, did it?
No. It was 2 going to 1 with a real sizable muffler, and then I think it had single out. I'm not positive on that. All I know is those I couldn't wait for tomorrow. I went out while it was raining and slipped the pipes up in, and I had to hear it. It sounds good. I may have to actually retune it, because actually having an exhaust, I think the back pressure and everything messes with the tune a little bit. I may have to play with the carburetor again. All I know is it is kind of cold natured, so it does not like the cold. What have you been up to, Brian?
I don't have I need a light over here. I don't have anything I can. I was gutting a 440 today. I went over and hung out with Dennis.
You could always bring up a empty browser. It'll have a white screen. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I need to get another carburetor, but I kind of want to stick with a Carter, and those Carters for those Cushmans are not easy to come by. I'm kind of stuck with the one I got. Huh?
Put thermoquad on it.
No. Way too big.
Could have run it off of propane.
That's what I was about to say.
Smoke Wrench Garage, what's up? Smoke Wrench, are you a No Name 500 person? I know Dennis Twisted Mopar Garage is. I'm gonna start pointing out No Name 500 people. But yeah, I'm gonna wait and see how many people get in here. Well, I'll show it now and I'll show it again later. When I got the oil pan off, it was awful.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be some interesting stuff in the bottom of that pan.
Yeah, you'll see. Well, you already saw it, but God, it's awful. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, I'd imagine once you got everything taken apart with the rods and everything, that I would think that the crank, if you wanted to reuse it, would be okay.
I'm going to go with a forged crank, and I'm not reusing anything from the inside of that engine. That's why I'm not that worried about pulling it apart.
Oh, okay.
Only thing I'm going to use is the block.
Yeah, well, those rods.
The jump out of there was where the oil pickup was. The piece I'm holding in my hand was on top of the oil pickup.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, with that being an industrial motor, the industrial motors could have the 6-pack rods in it, right?
I don't think that year did. I'm pretty sure I knocked one of the pistons out. I can look. I think they're going to be. I think it's going to be the same as. I think it basically ends up being the same as a like the motorhome 440.
Yeah.
Everything else looks the same on it.
Hmm. So you've already got one of the pistons out?
Yeah, I knocked one of them out. I didn't even look at it, but it's probably going to have the LY rods on there, which are fine. They're good rods
Yeah.
if you want to just build it. You know, they say that those cast cranks and LY rods will hold up to 600 horsepower.
Hmm. How did
this particular motor I'm going to be building to shoot gobs of nitrous through it, so I want to build it strong.
Oh yeah. How did the cylinder look?
Oh, I didn't even look at it.
Oh. Well, the fact that you were able to get it out is amazing. Did you get it out in one piece or many pieces?
What, the rod?
No, the piston.
Oh yeah, it came out. It came out just fine. They're all going to come out. It's just the part that I'm going to be fighting. I've loosened up all the mains, and I dumped transmission fluid over the top of everything. Probably going to go out tomorrow and work on it for a little bit longer. But the thing I'm having is I got to be able to rotate the engine to pull the caps off. You know, some of them are down and at a weird angle.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm going to do is try to get as many of them out as I can without rotating it.
Yeah.
I got to get the harmonic balancer pulled. I need to find a harmonic balancer puller. I don't know what happened to mine.
Hmm.
I wonder if Dennis, do you know if Tom has a harmonic balancer puller? Dennis, one of these days you're going to have to just learn to jump into one of these lives with us. I might have to borrow that from him tomorrow, that harmonic balancer puller, because I got to get the harmonic balancer off of that, and then, yeah, this one ain't rotating.
Yeah. maybe if you get enough of the pistons out, you may be able to pull the crank up and over to access the bolts you need.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just smacking them out with a hammer, and I'm like I said, I'm gonna reuse not gonna reuse anything. I just want to make sure the main caps are good, and that's it. I'll probably have it line honed. I'm probably gonna put quite a bit of work into that motor.
Did you get the rest of the lifters?
One in.
Did you get the rest of the lifters freed up?
No.
No.
I got to work on that too.
Once you get the pistons out, it'll give you more freedom. And once you get
if I got to go in there with like a chisel and bust the cam in pieces, I will. I don't think it'll go that far though. I think they'll move.
No. Once you get the bottom as much of the bottom end out as you can, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to force rotate that cam.
Yeah. I was thinking about, I'm going to look up all the fancy oiling mods that people do to stuff. I read one that, like, you know, you got the two lifters next to each other. Right in between the two lifters, if you drill a hole, oil can run down there and oil the lobe across from it. And it helps get a little bit more lubrication to the cam. I'm gonna mess with it and do some stuff to it. I think I'm actually gonna fill the block like halfway with that concrete. Well, not with real concrete, but the stuff that they use to fill the block. I actually think that's, what is that? Some kind of resin or something? I know Jed used it.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's similar. I think it's basically like mortar. I think.
I heard it was the same stuff they make bowling balls out of.
I don't know.
I have, Dennis. I have so much footage on that truck, and I have to. I may work on. I may not even go out to the shop tomorrow. I may just work on that video because I need to put that video out. I don't know how much footage. I have a ton of footage to go through on that truck, and I want to make a. It's a pretty long video.
Have you been doing videos on this 440?
No,
Oh.
I need to.
Especially with
I'm not gonna.
the current state of it.
I should probably make a little video on that because that's going to be kind of my side project between the truck and the finishing out the knuckle duster. The 440 is going to be like my hey, I don't have any money this week project. I'm going to just start doing stuff like this, you know.
And you still got that other 440 to take apart too. That's in the back of that truck.
That one, getting the transmission off that one's going to be the bitch. I don't think anything else will give me too much problems.
Yeah.
But it's probably rusty. It's probably all rusted up on the inside too. So
I imagine that one's probably that I'm wagering that one's going to be a lot worse than this one.
Going to be worse than this one we're looking at here?
I would think so.
I don't think so. I think that one was sealed up though. I don't think oh no, did the valley pan melt away on that one? It might have. It might be worse.
Because that valley pan's aluminum.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a name for the truck. We're going to reveal it in the video. William knows all about it because we were talking about it on the way home from Indy.
Yep. My lips are sealed. It's not my information to give out.
It's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I hadn't done anything with. I did find out that the numbers on the back side of that cam that I bought at Indy.
Yeah.
That is a blank number. That is not a profile number. That is not a part number. That is just a blank number.
Oh.
In other words, it is absolutely useless in identifying the cam.
Was that a purple shaft
I'm
cam?
I'm fairly certain it is what he said it was, a 44284 cam. I'm pretty sure it is that. I for my own research, I like to verify.
Well, as far as lift goes, you could get the lift pretty easy. Do you have a set of calipers?
Yes, I've done that, and I came up to 465.
Well, that's what it is. Because if you take the calipers and you measure,
as far as I know, I haven't found any information on the Mopar purple shaft cams actually making a 465 or anything close to it. The closest thing to it is the 484 cam.
Okay, how did you measure it though?
I measured the height and I measured at the base, and then
if you measure at the base, right? Well, it's just the easiest thing to do. Well, I don't know what calipers. Do you have digital calipers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got digital.
I got to figure out how to explain this.
I saw how to do it. Maybe I can pull up a diagram and show you.
You know what? I think I can figure this out. Come on.
Okay, I think I got something. All right. Yeah, I got something.
All right. No.
Share screen.
Oh, okay. What do you got? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I measured from here to here, then I measured from here to here, and then did the math, and then multiplied it by 1.5 for the Chrysler ratio, and I got 465.
The easiest way to do it would be if you have your digital calipers.
Yeah.
Take them and measure across. Okay, hold it on that and zero the calipers out.
Across meaning like from here to here?
No, sideways.
Oh, sideways from here to here.
On the bottom. Yes. Zero the calipers out and then measure top to bottom. And take that measurement and do it times 1.5.
I basically did that. I mean, it's see.
Yeah.
It was, where's my phone? There it is. I basically did that. I just subtracted. All right, where is it? I actually kept some notes on it. All right, yeah, the height was 1.58, and then at the base it was 1.27. And I checked a couple of them, and I checked the intake and exhaust, and it was the same. Then I think it was it would be the 158 minus 127 times 1.5, and then I got the 465.
Okay.
And the closest thing to that is the 484-284. Or it's an older grind that they don't make anymore.
Well, 65 and 84 is only 19 thousandths. And 19 thousandths you don't
much.
Even notice.
That's why I'm thinking I'm probably doing something wrong, or there's something with the ratio that they did different to factor it, or something. I'm pretty confident.
And honestly, if you wanted to measure and get completely accurate, you would use a micrometer, because your calipers have plus or minus 5. You know, they could be plus or minus 5 off.
Yeah.
So you're probably right.
Yeah, it's
what
a
do
purple.
You sawzall on tin grills?
It is a purple shaft, though.
Sawzalled off a tin grill.
This one is definitely a purple shaft cam. There is no mistaking. Yeah. But regardless, it's going in my truck, and hopefully I'll be happier with it in my truck. Because I definitely do not like that Urson cam that I have in there. I'm just not looking forward to pulling the heads and changing all the valve springs and everything. Basically, I need to get a head gasket set.
Oh, I need a picture of. Pull something up here. 6. Such Dodge truck. Images. Show me a straight on shot of one. Come on.
Oh, the lifters I have that I'm planning on running with this are some Rhodes lifters.
Oh, okay. But there, you said they were new old ones.
New old stock in the box.
Pretty much, yeah.
With the original instructions too. scanned them in. I scanned the instructions into my computer, so I don't have to keep messing with it. But yeah, these are new old stock, as far as I can tell, never been used. I took apart a few of them, and there is no oil on the inside aside from a very small film.
Nice.
Just to keep stuff lubricated.
How can I do this? Let's see. Open the
Funny
browser.
thing is, on the box says big block 400, 383, 413, 426, 440 roads, and then it says on the front it says 340, 360, then it says 318, 327. Basically everything, but I did actually compare these to the lifters that were in my Dart, and they were not the same. I don't think they would have worked.
Yeah, that'll work. I don't want blue though. Not blue will work.
Actually got these lifters from a friend of mine.
Oh, highlighter, that'll work perfect. All right, I need to bring this up. Is Dutch still in here? I'm gonna bring this up just for anybody. Oh no, not that. Ew, yuck. Oh.
Ain't no telling what that was.
I'll share that again later. Yeah, there's more people in here. Okay. Where's present? They changed the name of it. Share screen, window, share, add to stream. Okay. Now you guys can see that, right? That's not it. I want to close that out. Don't save that. Well, how do I get to that? Remember? No, that's not it.
I would be careful about scrolling in our Discord.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. Okay, here we go. Open in browser. What's up on the screen right now?
It's the picture in Discord.
Okay. Hold on. That's where I messed up. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay, that's a tab. See, I gotta learn how to do this better. Here, we'll remove that. And I gotta move this thing. Come on, move up.
Yeah, I mainly want to change out the valve springs just as a precaution, so I don't have any issues. It would probably be okay if I didn't, but I got them. I kind of want to change them. In fact, I got the same valve springs in my Charger. Picked up a decent set of 452 heads that already had the upgraded valve springs in it, and did a head swap on my 440 long time ago.
I gave you valve springs.
Yeah. Those are the ones I'm going to use on my truck.
Okay.
I'm talking about when I did a head swap on my Charger a few years ago. Picked up some decent 452 heads that already had the upgraded valve springs in it. Nice thing about my truck though is that it does have the 906 heads. That's I've had the hardened valve seats put in it, so it's good. Not looking forward to doing it, but I'm looking forward to the outcome.
on this one? All right, for some reason I can't bring this screen up. Okay, we're going to share this. Add to stream. All right. Anybody out there that has an old tin grill in their backyard, whatever, Dutch said he sawzalling one. Okay, can you see my cursor? Moving over the, I don't know. Yeah. You can see.
Yeah.
It. I need this piece right here. Right above the window, top of the roof, inside and out. Basically what the...
Basically, you need at the top of the A pillars and top of the B pillars and up.
Yeah, I need from like
Basically.
right here up, and then maybe 4 or 5 inches of roof to where I know I've got enough I can make patch panels out of.
Preferably without the cab lights, right?
No, I don't need cab lights. It doesn't have cab lights.
Preferably without the cab lights, so you don't have to weld those up.
Yeah. I really think all the rust is underneath this, though, like between the windshield and this drip rail.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I'd have to look. Because it doesn't seem like that would... It seemed like it'd have to be on top of the drip rail.
Funny enough, that exact spot rusted out in my 1970. Yeah, that exact
But yeah, if anybody
spot.
has anything like that or could get anything like that, I'm going to keep checking the junkyards. I got a battery operated Sawzall. I can get it if I can find one in the junkyard.
If they let you bring a Sawzall in the junkyard.
They just don't want torches. That's the one I go to.
As long as you can take that windshield out.
As
long as you can take that windshield out and back glass out and everything safely.
Well, the thing is, the windshield ain't that big a deal. They're not hard to get out.
Yeah, I think that's just a bead lock, isn't it?
Yeah. You take the lock out of it. You take the lock thing out of there, and it's just the same way as in my my Duster.
Yep. I've changed the windshield gasket on my 70 because I kind of had to. The windshield was like being held in with basically hard plastic that was breaking everywhere.
Yeah, that's
instead of rubber. Oh, hey, Southern Juju.
Southern Juju's out there by you, ain't they?
Yeah. What you been up to?
But it's like I was thinking if I could fix Mopar Jeff, what's up?
Hey.
If I could fix that, they make patch panels for all the rest of the rust in that cab. I think it might be fun to try to fix it. The rest of it I can fix. I can weld in patch panels. I can buy, rockers and floor pans and shit. It's not that big a deal. It's just they don't make a patch panel. I guess they don't normally rust there.
Actually, it seems like a commonplace on... I wouldn't say common, but they have rusted out on my 70. They've rusted out on a 84, 85 that I looked at a while back, and they've rusted out on this generation too. So they had a problem for a while with water getting in somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? I think my 89 was starting to rust up there, but I was putting a visor on that, so I didn't care.
Yeah, that I was that 1970 camper special that I got my hands on. Pretty much about midway up the truck and down was completely rotten, just rusted out. But midway and up was like perfect. So that's why I have a cab sitting in my backyard, because I need to cut out some patch panels and fix my roof. Trying to decide if I want to do a whole roof skin or just patch panel. I'm thinking patch panel would probably be easier.
Well, yeah, you just cut out. How big are the holes?
I need to replace the entire roof line above the windshield.
Oh,
and going back probably, and
honestly, because like the way I'm going to do the inside of this one, and probably that spot on this truck, if I do it, is I'm only going to cut patches that big. I'll cut the whole thing out and then just kind of like put in a little patch, put in another little patch, instead of trying to do the whole thing all in one piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what the hell? You're not going to get it. It's hard to get anything for the kind of money that I can afford that's not rusty.
Yeah.
We could have spent double the amount of money and had a truck that still had rust in it.
Yeah. Well, at least with what you're looking for, you actually have a very wide range to actually find.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe even like he says the 86. Even those, they might be the same up there. The roof, I don't think they changed all the way up until like 93.
Yeah. Yeah, they were the same for a while.
For a square body Dodge.
I'm gonna have to get a spot weld cutter bit to drill out the spot welds on the areas that I need to cut out. That's going to be fun. And I'm not putting in my perfect dash pad in that truck until I fix that water leak.
Yeah. The dash on hers, I know they're all plastic, but it ain't cracked up. I've seen some of them that were cracked up and beat up. That one, hers seems pretty good in her truck. So,
yeah, it looked decent.
And the door panels, I might do a video on those too, because there's a way. You know how the door panels get like chalky?
Yeah.
You know how to fix that?
No.
There's a fun way to fix it. You get a heat gun, and you actually just kind of warm it up, and you're basically remelting the plastic, the top layer of plastic.
Huh.
You can't go too far or it'll start bubbling up. But if you just hit it with that heat gun, it's almost. I've done it on other parts, and it almost looks like you're spraying Armor All on it. When you just go over it with the heat gun. Once it starts going, yeah, it's cool. And it keeps the same texture and everything. But if you go too far, you'll melt a hole in it. But
bubble up and distort it and everything.
Yeah, you just got to go easy. Heat guns are not hair dryers. The Mopar Jeff, have you watched any of his stuff?
I've checked out a few of his stuff. Yeah.
He builds shit I like. Race car shit.
I had to when I was doing some cleaning up I finally got some gas for my TIG welder. I was finally able to get my TIG welder all set up on a cart and everything. I realized my air compressor was really, really low on oil. Like it wasn't in the sight glass anymore. and it wasn't really building pressure like it was supposed to. So
yeah, I'd probably need to check the oil my compressor too.
I got some compressor oil and topped it back off and turned it on, and it actually built pressure like it was supposed to. I was afraid that I may have actually hurt it, because I let it run one day for like I don't know, 20 minutes, and it was like, or maybe not 20 minutes, probably about 10, and to try to get it to build up pressure, and it would only get up to about 45, 50. It would not get any higher than that. I was afraid I may have hurt it, but adding oil actually helped it, and it built up pressure pretty quick.
Bring that back up, honey. The cabs on those trucks, I think they look the same. Didn't you look at it? Don't 10-year-olds go to like 82?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the cabs are all the same up to 82, but I think the only thing they changed was the body lines on them down lower. I don't know if they changed the top.
Let me see. I think I saved a screenshot of something I found while I was there. Let me see if I can pull it back up on my phone. I think I saved.
I just don't want to form that metal in that round spot. It just seems like it'd be a pain in the ass when I could get in there and cut out what I need out of another truck.
Yeah, I don't have it. You must not have saved it. I thought it did.
Yeah, air compressor to spark plug, changing the springs. You could do that, or you could feed some rope down in there until it fills the cylinder all the way up. That'll hold the rope will hold the valves up.
I kind of like the air compressor and the cylinder thing.
As long as and that'll also tell you if your valves are sealing good.
Yeah.
Now you remember the hammer trick that I was showing you with a hammer and a socket?
That's good for taking them off, but not so much putting it back on.
Not with an air compressor. It won't be good for taking them off.
No.
It won't work.
Yeah, I should be able to make something for that, like to lean over and just pull it down. I'm gonna do some research on that.
I know. Well, now I know if Jed could show you how to make that tool, because he changed valve springs or something on Chris Birdsong's car. I think it was the last time Birdsong was out at his house. They had to do that, and I think they did the air compressor. And then they built a little tool that holds down and.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Advanced Napa, they sell it. Valve spring tool.
Yeah, I think I've used that tool that they have before, and it is not fun. And kind of scary.
I don't think any of them.
I've got one that's
to pull the head off.
I've got one that's a really big C that with the head off goes around, holds the backside of the valve, and then pulls it down.
Yeah, I think they sell one that bolts in somewhere, and then it compress the spring down.
Yeah. If I could do it without taking the head off, it would be nice.
Yeah, but if you take the head off, then you can get you a little die grinder and do some porting.
I'm good. It's on my truck. It's not for performance or anything, so I'm good.
Matter. Porting helps with gas mileage too.
Yeah.
I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know if porting helps with gas mileage or not, but it sounded good.
Yeah. It's how you got to be convincing when you say it.
does head porting. Oh,
I have run across something that I want to share in here. Got to get it pulled back up. Somebody built something already that I had an idea for. All right, come on, where are you?
Cylinder head porting. Cylinder have those increases horsepower. I know it increases horsepower. MPG.
Come on, where are
You got something showing up in there? No, not yet. Ooh, I got a lot of windows open again. This is from the SRT forum. Nobody's saying.
There we go. All right, I want to show you something that gives me a really good idea of exactly how I want to build that 440 Cushman.
440 Cushman? What?
Yes. Let me see. Is that one here?
Oh, we got somebody in here. Uh-oh. What's up, guys?
Hey,
What's going on?
this is a Cushman with a 327 with a turbo 350. Excuse me. With a
So
turbo
you want to build
350
a
in it.
440 Cushman?
He's actually got a video of it running, but it's only like 4 seconds. It's kind of a stupid video, but you can clearly see it has a V8 in there with a regular transmission with wheelie bars. I would love to see what kind of rear end he's got in here, because it looks like there's something right here. I don't really know what that is.
Brake rotor.
That's what it looks like. And it looks like he was able to fit it inside the original chassis without actually making it any longer. All I had to do was make a custom little cutout for the air cleaner.
Why couldn't you start out with like a 318 Cushman?
Because 440 Cushman sounds
440
better.
Cushman.
440 Cushman sounds better.
Team Big Block. Always go for the big block.
I wonder if they'll let you run that at No Name National.
They did actually extend the seat up a little bit. So I don't know how far up I would have to
you have to figure out some way to mount a harness on that if you're going to run at No Name Nationals.
Yeah, but this gave me a really good idea, because I was thinking when I do build it, I would have had to get rid of the original front end. But with this, I don't have to. But my only thing would be is cooling. I don't know how I would cool it. But yeah,
radiator in the bed with an electric fan on it.
It definitely would not. It definitely could not haul anything. It would definitely be purely for fun.
The only thing that Cushman would haul is ass.
Yes. I'm definitely going to build a 440 Cushman. It's just a matter of getting that other Cushman.
So what's up, guys? What have you been up to?
Normal work.
I see you learned how to use the link in Discord.
Yeah. Been learning.
Oh, did you see that? Am I crook? What? Oh, it's probably some Australian thing he's talking. Did you guys see that video of Williams where we were getting the intake and the head off of that motor he brought over?
No.
Well, here, hold on. I'm going to show you the oil pan in that motor.
Yeah. just a heads up. When I got it, I looked at it, and the valley pan was rusted through, and had some trash in there. So,
some trash. There's some trash in there.
The hell is that?
That looks like a dinosaur took a shit in the oil tank. The part that's the chunk I'm holding in my hand was on top of the pickup, and that notch out of the big giant turd that's inside of it was where the pickup was.
That's crazy. Is that the one you got from?
That's the one I got from William. I picked up two 440s. I have that one, which was an industrial motor, and I understand because it sat outside running a pump for I don't know how many years. But I also have the burnt one, which I'm getting ready to tear down as soon as I get this one apart. That's the one with the melted transmission on it. So yeah, when you ain't got money, you got to build junk.
That's a front sump pan too, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a front sump pan. It's weird.
I can pull up. It still got the listing up. I can share the screen to show what it looks like.
Because it had a propane setup on it. It ran off of propane. And I got the propane setup. The propane setup just bolted down to a regular 4-barrel intake.
Yeah.
He's got the
the propane setup is. Let me see if I can. Yeah, the propane setup is really freaking cool, and it's literally a 2-bolt valve basically on a cast iron adapter going to a regular 4-barrel intake. And it's got this little assembly right here is going to the cooling system, and it heats up the propane. And what I saved off of it was this back piece right here.
Yeah, he saved the cool piece off of it.
I wanted that so I can make a really compact run stand. I got that, the air cleaner, this little control panel, and the really big industrial fan too. And
I figure I'm gonna turn my dad loose on rebuilding that propane setup because he likes to tinker with stuff, and I'm gonna just do a dingle ball hone and quick rebuild on the 318 and get a 4-barrel intake and run a 318 off of propane, just to see how it acts and see how long it takes. Like just get a regular little what are they, 20-pound cylinders, and see how long the engine will run off of one of them.
Well, down here we got in Daytona, they got rail cars, like with 350s that run off propane, and you get in them and you can drag race them for about 100 foot. But hey, them things will put you back in the seat, man. It's wild.
It'd be neat. I've seen some on
propane
4-wheel drives, like trail rigs. They run off of propane. I saw one of them. The guy flipped over, and the damn thing was still running.
Yeah.
He was sitting there trying to crawl out of the truck, and you hear all his buddies saying, "Shut it off! Shut it off!" So Dennis is asking, what are you guys working on?
A little everything. Super B, I'm still doing a lot of transformations on it. Don't want to put it all out there because it's going to come in coming videos.
I think Ryan's wanted to race you in his Super B. I think that's
we've already talked about it.
Yep.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah, he's been doing gear swap and I guess springs and
I got a set of mono springs and some sliders I'm fixing to put on the back. I'm gonna try to keep it from raising up so high in the back when I take off. Try to get the front end to come up instead of the rear.
See, now I know that I guess that's something I want to look into because I know for the Chevys they sell an extended ball joint. so you can get more front end travel.
Yeah.
I want to know if they sell any of them for ours, for like the Mopars, you know.
I've got
I don't
9010s
know.
on the front for our shocks.
Well, I understand you don't even need shocks on the front. The
Yeah.
only reason they need to be there is for tech. That's what I've always heard. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the cheapest pair of front shocks out there and drill them out and make them basically useless.
Yeah.
Because they say that the torsion bars don't bounce like coil springs do. Torsion bars will just go up and then level out, where, you know, if you were on a coil spring, it would bounce.
Bounce, yeah.
I just Googled, and one of the first ones that popped up was Speedway Motors.
Sells
Upper
what?
ball joint, 1 inch extended, 68 through 89.
For what?
Price
Mopar?
for 68 through 89.
Oh, send me that link.
Upper ball joint.
Throw that link up in Discord.
Yeah.
So I might do, because you always want more front end travel.
$77 in stock.
Nice.
Yeah, we got to get back to the track. That's one of the plans coming up soon. Believe it or not, we haven't even had to dart off the trailer since No Name.
Since No Name, it's still on the trailer.
It's just been a crazy couple of months. We just now getting.
Well, yeah, you guys got flooded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really close to. Dennis was over at the shop and we were looking at the Duster, and that thing is really close to running. Like a couple of radiator hoses and some wiring, and that thing's going.
Yeah, I seen you got a radiator and everything. So
Yeah, I got a pretty good deal on that. I think I paid like $200 for it. And the guy was like, "Yeah, everybody keeps asking if it's for an A body, and I ordered it for my B body, so everybody passed it up." I'm like, "Well, hell, I'll drill holes to mount it."
Yeah.
But then I get it back, and it just drops right in there perfect. I'm like, "Well,
Factory bolt locations without drilling.
yeah." So it's like, I guess it was waiting for me.
yep, meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll be ready for Mocan, but I hope to be. I better be ready for. They got a Mopar race out here in St. Louis. Be like the third year of it. So I'm just gonna. They do what they call fun runs, because I'm not gonna enter no classes. I ain't a bracket racer. But basically, you enter the car show and you pay a little bit extra, and they let you go down the track between rounds. So that's what I'll do.
That's it.
Get some video of it. I got some video of the car show last year. It was pretty good little car show, but I haven't. That's that. Did you guys see that one little video I put out of that Stealth with the 440 in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a guy I know. I talk to him every time I see him. He was telling me about that car, and I was like, "Really?" Then I went to that show and he had it there. I was like, "Oh man, that car is made to just hurt some feelings." Is what that car is made to do. Because if you just look at it, you think, "Oh, it's a Dodge Stealth." Okay, those were fast back in the day, but they're not fast now.
No.
And he's got a damn Pro Charge 440 and stuff.
That'll do it. That's what I need to invest in, a Pro Charger. I had some plans coming up from the Dart, but I ended up having
Oh, what's up, John?
up there,
Cool.
so-
You what?
John Cope with his bounty out on Just Mopar Joe. I don't know. I don't know if he's in here. I don't know if I should say it. I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't care. Did you see what Shane put up in Wilburn's chat? Because you know Shane doubled that bounty.
Yeah.
Did you see in Wilburn's chat? He did it. He gave him a super chat so everybody could see it. He said, "Yeah, I'm doubling the bounty." He goes, "But if you want to collect the money, You have to get it from between my wife's, and he just put dots after it. I'm like, where's the downside in that? You know, it's like, don't threaten me with a good time.
You doing the bracket this year?
Yeah, I probably will.
I was trying to get into the bracket last year, and like I said, that first pass I made, like I said, we had an overheating issue, and it turned out to be the damn fuse block. And like I said, by the time we found it, testing tune was over, so I never got a pass. So I just kind of threw up my hands, like, oh well.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the Duster's good tested before.
It don't matter, dude. You're gonna.
I know.
Build a race car. They said it'll be fun. They said it's
yeah.
Every time we turn around, no matter, like I said, we took it easy on this car. Thought we had everything. Like I said, it was going to be ready, and then I don't know if it's just the car or what, but it seems like it always. It's the worst possible time.
I've been there with Dennis when he goes out, and it's like, oh, we got one run in. It's like, oh, okay, you know, just something happens.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this: first time we ever took the car out, car brand new, everything's brand new. We're first time at the track. We get there, we get set up, we get teched in. They're calling everybody to the lanes. I go to open the door, and the push button for the door just falls inside the door, so I can't get in. I'm like, dude. So we finally get in on the other side, get the door open. We got, you know, it's got the aluminum panel on it. It's all popped.
Yeah.
Riveted on.
So we're having to drill out pop rivets. It was just, it's like.
To put the panel back on, I had to rob screws from the hood pins. You know, you got the round disc, got 4 screws.
Yeah.
2 out of each one of them, so I hold the damn panel back on.
That's something I need to make sure I bring with me is a big old box of tech screws.
Yep.
Well,
screws.
I mean, that's what's holding most of my car together anyway, so. Tech screws and duct tape and
everything. Well, that's why you see Dean's truck. You see what we usually bring.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, is because it's always something, man. It just
never fails.
It's just part of racing. It's just if it can't happen, it's going to. And like I said, at the worst possible.
Well, now, did you guys make it in time to go to the car show at Lambert's?
Yeah,
we were there.
Okay, did you drive your race car there?
No.
You should. I think you should this year.
We drove mine. Well, we didn't drive
mine. The Dart? We can drive the Super Bee. I don't know. The Dart.
Drive the Dart. Drive the Dart. It ain't that far.
As long as I can get the Cushman there and it's running decent, I'll probably take the Cushman there.
Are you gonna drive the Cushman there? That'll be cool.
Thinking about it.
But no, because we were talking about it because Jed was joking around about driving his Barracuda there. And I'm like, well, you know, that's a little bitty town. Okay? And you got Lambert's and the racetrack. Well, that pays at least half of that cop's salary right there.
Yeah.
They ain't going to mess with nobody, especially if you got a big, long line of cars coming from the racetrack going to Lambert's. They ain't going to mess with nobody as long as you're not stupid. I think you ought to do it. I think because I think I got Jed talked into it. I don't know what that car of his is.
It's got a title. It can be registered.
Yeah.
As far as it being legal for the road, I don't know.
Right.
The only thing we don't have is brake lights. So we can get a
My Cushman may or may not have may or may not be legal on the road.
Well, how fast do you think you've had that Cushman up to?
I have not had it up to its full potential, but it should get up to about 45 to 55, somewhere in there.
With a 440.
You got to remember that thing's only got one wheel on the front. If you try to turn too fast,
I can't turn fast. No.
I grew up on 3-wheelers, so I know all about turning fast on 3 wheels. You just got to lean into it and get 2 wheel, or get on 2 wheels and kind of do that.
Lean opposite of the turn, not like you normally do on a motorcycle. I want to get one of them 3-wheelers.
I want to have that. I don't know when my first chance is going to be to actually have that Cushman up to its top speed, but I can see it probably being No Name.
Yeah, Jay said as much driving around as he did in Sykeston, you don't remember seeing one cop. You're probably not going to. Those are just good old boys down there. They don't care.
Oh, if for the all the No Name people, that museum tour that video I put out for looking at that agricultural museum, it is literally 8 minutes from the track.
Yeah, I'd like to set up if you could get a hold of that guy, we get enough people to go like on Sunday or something. I don't know, maybe after the race, go by and check that. That place looked cool.
It was really freaking cool.
It looked like he had a lot of cool stuff in there. But I don't know how many people are going to hang around till Sunday.
Yeah, I think the day to do it would probably be Thursday, while people are still setting up, because Sunday people are going to want to go home. They're not going to do anything else but going home.
If we just go over there for a couple hours on Thursday, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
When are y'all planning on being there?
I'm probably one way or another. I'm going to be down there on Wednesday, but if I don't bring the car, I'm only 2.5 hours away. I'll drive down there in my daily, help them set up and stuff, and then drive back up here.
We're planning on Wednesday too. We're going to leave out here on Tuesday and go up to Tennessee, spend the night, and then head on up on Wednesday.
I don't know what he said about Wednesday. I mean,
well, he said the long haulers. If he
added Wednesday, then people want to be showing up on Tuesday. If he,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be driving through Memphis?
No, we come up Atlanta up 24.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be coming up through Nashville.
We're going to take a different route this time, aren't we? We're going to go through.
Yeah, did y'all go over the narrow bridges last year?
I don't
know. I know Brian didn't. But like coming up from Tennessee up on 24 around.
I've been over those bridges before.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
We met 3 tractor trailers going over one bridge, one after the other. And it wouldn't have been so bad if I hadn't been following him, but I seen how close his, he's got, 8 inches on each side. And that just freaked me out. If nobody had been in front of me, I'd been all right. I could just concentrate it. But I was seeing how close it was, and it's like, holy shit.
Oh, it was nerve-wracking coming from Memphis, going up that way. They got some construction, and they got those lanes constricted pretty far, and good God, was it nerve-wracking having my Charger on the trailer going through and only having a few inches of clearance on each side.
Yep.
It was. I'm just glad I wasn't driving, because it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but I think we got another. We talked to Dallas, and he was saying take 840 up when you get up above Murfreesboro. So I think it's a little bit longer, may add a little bit of time, but hopefully that'll shave that a little bit off. I think we're going to go 40 over. I don't think we'll go into Memphis. We're going to cut up halfway across Tennessee.
See, I'd like to do that. I'd like to go out. I'd like to get a hold of her, because there's a lot of YouTube guys around Nashville. I mean, there's a lot of them. I'd like to get everybody together out there, and I'd drive out there and do like a test and tune night. Just hang out, I don't know where your guys' thing is. Where are you guys at in Tennessee? You said you got.
We're right south, probably an hour south of Nashville.
Oh,
we're originally from Manchester, so
about halfway between Chattanooga and Nashville on 24.
Because I was going to say you got Dr. Art out there, you got Tall John, you got the
JB,
yeah, and Daddy's Money guys out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we met up with when we come to No National last time. We met up with Buck. He come down that way, and I guess he was over at Clint's and everything. So we met up with Buck and JB, Dr. Art. All of us met right north of Nashville or whatever, and kind of rode in together.
Mopar Al's out there too.
Yeah, Mopar Al.
That was a guy that surprised me. I didn't. He was just a lot cooler of a person than I expected him to be. It was like,
Yeah.
I can stand here and talk to Al all night.
Yeah, Mopar Al was cool. He had he had some issues or whatever. We tried to help him out as much as we could, but I know he had his hands.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll have his own car out there this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to pick his brain. We got the same thing. We got a 5.7 Hemi sitting over here. We got a waiting on an oil pan 4. And I just seen on one of his videos, his just come in. So
we actually had to cancel our order. We had an order.
Where's the trunk on those normal? Is yours a truck motor?
No.
Well.
Oh no, you got yours out of a Charger. I remember.
Out of a Charger.
I wonder if the truck motors are rear sump. Because I'd like to do one. I'd like to do one like in a square body Dakota.
Yeah, this is front sump.
Because I'd like to do one in like a 93 to 95 Dakota. I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I like those trucks that we have on. I don't know how many of them, like 5 of them. That's actually what I was building. I was going to put I had a motorhome 440. I was going to put a 440 in a Dakota. That was going to be my race car. And then Dennis shows up with this Duster. He's like, him and my buddy Tom, they were like, Tom was like, do you want this car? I'm like, I ain't got no money. And they're like, $500. I'm like, okay.
Price was right.
But I think the guy who owned it was getting ready to scrap it. I don't know.
We got the car. I've been looking around forever for a car, and everybody was just dumb about it. You know, they just wanted way too much damn money. And this dark car, I mean, it's a post car, but I was like, shit, it's something. So we didn't realize it was in as bad shape as it was, and that's why it ended up like it is. I was wanting to make a little sleeper out of it.
Yeah.
Whatever, but yeah, the frame was gone. We pretty much just ripped the frame out with our hands. It was just Swiss cheese.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So we just cut everything out of it, and like I said, built a race car out of it.
CJ, that's my problem. A 96 Dakota, I wouldn't mind. I actually had one. But here in Illinois, anything 96 or newer has to go through emissions. And I don't want to go through emissions. So I need to find a 95 vehicle. I need to find I think it's 91 to 95 is when they were, they had the V8s in them. Anything older than that, you got to fight to put a V8 in them. But they came out factory in 91 to 95. I know way too much about Dakotas.
You know, you get that Dakota with the V8 in it, that throwout bearing or the bushing that goes in the back of the motor.
Yeah.
Manual transmission. That'll go in a 440, and it's a roller bearing, not a bushing.
Well, I'm sitting here. I was selling an intake, and this old guy who lives close to me, his name's Leo. He came by to buy this small block intake off of me, and he saw the Dakota. He's like, "What are you doing with that Dakota?" I'm like, I've seen where people put big blocks in them." He's like, "Oh yeah, I've done like 4 of them." He's like, "You need to do this." I'm like, "What the hell?" You know.
Well, that was our
weird finding a guy who knows how to do that.
What'd you have? What were we talking about putting a 440 in? That old Mitsubishi pickup truck? Pretty much what a D50.
Yeah.
This guy had a built 360. This old dude had a built 360 in a D50. I wanted to do a video on it, but he ended up selling it too fast. It was a bad little truck. I think that's what J-Bo's building, ain't it? He's putting a 360 in a D50.
Yeah. Not bad about though getting traction. Put a hell of a tire on there.
Well, I don't know. They do it with the S10s. What?
That's one thing we got to work on is suspension stuff. That's that's one thing No Name taught us, even with the Dart. Like I said, all this time that Dart, we had never spun tires. And hey, I don't know what it was about Saxton, but that Dart was just not happy.
And that track is usually the local guys around here all say, if you want to run a tenth faster, run down at Sykeston because they prep that track so much.
No.
Well, I've had a couple people say it wasn't prepped that great. It might have just been for that event, though. And you had all kinds of different guys. You had hard guys with hard tires running.
Hard tires chew up a track.
Yeah.
It's just that's.
First responder, yeah.
You want to prep track? Go to Orlando. That's how you prep a track.
Yeah.
You walk across it. I've seen people lose their shoes. It's like, oh hell, they might have to bend down and get their shoe off the track.
You always see somebody fall down.
Trying to walk across.
Yeah.
It's that bad. It's sticky.
I was looking into some of this no prep racing, like the small tire no prep.
Yeah.
Man, them guys got so much money in them cars.
And that's
I
the
mean,
thing
you
about
got
no
to
prep.
like
It's
running.
cool
You got
and
to run
everything,
at
but
five.
you're still taking a chance. Like I
You
said, if I
gotta
was
run
doing the
at
no prep
five.
thing, I'd have to build me something that's just I don't care. If I wreck it,
Yeah.
I wreck it. I've got too much
Okay, well,
time, and that Dart. I mean, being what it is, like granted, it ain't nothing special really, but it would just kill me if I put that thing into the wall. It would break my heart. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about the no prep stuff is it's not a matter of if, it's when.
Well, that's like what was it? Redbeard was talking about. I think it was like a week after No Name Nationals. He went down and did a no prep race, and he said he would have won it, but they called him jumping, and he didn't.
Yeah.
But he was saying it was out on an old airfield. He said there was grass growing.
Yeah.
And he said
Redbeard's car, he's got that thing figured out. I mean, he was hooking and he was going.
Yeah, but he said he said on that airfield he'd get out about 300 feet. The car would just go like this. And he said he loved it. I'm like, oh my God, no, no, I don't think so.
Well, that's what the Dart was doing in Soxton. Like I said, I get through first. I could feel it spinning. It was shaking the tires a little bit in first, but it was going good and straight. As soon as I grabbed that second pass I made, hey, she was just all over the place.
What's up, Colleen? I went up to that watching those guys from Street Outlaws when they do that No Prep King.
Yeah.
They had one of them out of Gateway, and anybody who says those cars ain't fast, they're fucking wrong. Just wrong.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they go. Hell yeah.
Now they're not street cars, but they ain't slow. And you'd see them going down that, and both cars just start doing this halfway down the track, and it's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
How are they? It's like how are they even not balling them up?
Bunch of computers.
Bunch of computers and a big
Bunch of computers. Now they get them to go down through there, man. It's ridiculous how much
Well,
electronics.
yeah, they got $150,000 in a car, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah. They got more money than transmission. I got my whole car.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably got $100,000 in just the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
We
what I like.
went down and watched all the Street Outlaws. They had an old Ducks race down here at South Georgia Motorsports Park or whatever, and they got them to come down there to run the Radial versus the World, which I think Big Chief was there. Yeah. Murder Nova did okay in the Pro 275. I don't even think Big Chief qualified, and he run a 399. But them dudes down there on the freaking Radial versus the World and Radial dudes, man, they're ridiculous now, man.
Well, have you seen the tires that they run? They're damn slicks. They're slicks.
Oh, yeah.
They're radial slicks. You know, it's like Jesus.
They're just hard sidewall or whatever, which that's going to be faster than a bi slick. But as long as you get it to hook up, you know, I think.
Do you guys ever? I don't know if you followed, and he was doing them for a while, but he ain't doing them no more. JJ would do those arm drop races, and he'd go around all these different tracks.
Yeah.
Man, if you want to go to something fun, I got a video. One of my first videos was whenever he came out here. Man, they are the best people. I mean, and it's almost, well, I'm not going to say almost, but it's a little bit close to as fun as No Name Nashville.
I like all of his shows. Yeah. I'd rather watch them than any of them.
Yeah, well, he's gone where, you know, he's got to compete, so his cars ain't nothing like they used to be. That was their whole deal, though, because they raced some guys from St. Louis here, and I talked to them. Their whole deal was their cars weren't that fast, but they could get those cars to go down any road.
Road.
You know, that was their whole thing. But no, the first one, I went to two of them. He had two of them out here. Well, he had three of them out here, but the first one that he did, me and my buddy took off work, took a half a day off work to go out there early. So me and the wife head out there, and I call him, and he's like, "Oh, my girlfriend's pissed off, and I don't think I'm going to show up," and all this shit. Well, I found his son, Doughboy, and I was like, "Hey," I told him the whole story, and I'm like, "Hey, if I call this guy, will you tell him to get out here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So that was a whole thing. It was cool as shit, you know. And then I was telling my other friend about it, and I don't think he believed me. But a year later, they came down to Fontaine Drag Strip down here south of us, and I went up there, and Doughboy was there, and I had my friend with me, and I walked up. I was going to say, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me." And Doughboy looked at me. He goes, "I remember you. Do I got to make another phone call?" And this was like a year later. That was just so cool, you know?
Yeah.
That, and people can say what they want about Big Chief. Actually, I thought I could pull up the picture.
I know there's been a lot of hate going on, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, and there's always people talking bad about him. But let me find this picture to bring up. This was when he had the Pro Mod, and he was actually wanting to get into Pro Mod racing.
Yeah. That's when we went down there and seen him in South Georgia or whatever. He was there with the Pro Mod.
He showed up at a race here at Gateway, and nobody knew he was coming. They didn't know until like they announced that he was there after he was already there. So I took my stepson. We went out there. Hold on. God damn it, where's that picture? But we were just like, my stepson wanted to get a picture with him real bad, and I was like, he'll take a picture. I was like, just wait for him to lose. And that's when he signs all his autographs and everything. So just wait for him to lose. I have to look on my Facebook itself. But so we're waiting. And he had school the next day. So his mom was getting ready to come get him. Sherry was getting ready to come get him. And Big Chief was sitting in the staging lanes at Gateway. And I yelled out to him. I was like, "Hey, Big Chief." And at first he kind of ignored me. So I was like, all right, he's ignoring me. But then he looked up and he goes, "What do you need?" And I said, he really wanted to get a picture with you. I go, and I know you're racing. And I already talked to him. And I said, if you say no, he's cool with it. But he goes, He goes, bring him over here. Here, I'll show this picture. God damn it. Stop. All right. That is sitting in the staging lanes. He's getting ready to race. He took time to take a picture with my stepson, and it's like, I guarantee anybody else here at this race, I don't care famous or not, they wouldn't have done that.
Pretty cool.
So they can tell me that Big Chief does heroin and eats babies. I don't care. I'm going to be a fan of his for the rest of my life. That, and I really like his YouTube channel too, because he's actually getting into showing shit, that they can't do on TV. He's kind of like the rest of us, building cars on a YouTube channel. He's just got millions of subscribers off the, he didn't have to fight for subscribers.
I know damn Reaper don't like him for some reason.
No, he don't. And I've met Reaper too, and he's the nicest guy you ever meet. But they just do not get along.
No, they don't.
But, I told Reaper that same story. I was like, but just because I like him don't mean I don't like you. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm like, I'm a fan of both of you guys.
Yeah.
But Reaper, yeah, he's the nicest guy. He'll sit there and talk to fans. Hell, he talked to me for an hour and a half one time.
I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to last. I'm tired right now.
Oh, all right. I'll hang out for a little bit. I think Jed said something about he might jump in later. I don't know.
Yeah. I need to get a refill on my drink. Probably grab a quick little snack to wake me up real quick. So I'll be back in a minute.
Go get you some coffee.
I might actually make me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right. So what does that dart run now? The last time you guys had it out, what did it run?
What did it run?
631.
631. So what does that convert over to in a quarter mile time?
Right at 10 seconds.
Like a 10
last
or
we made is a 996. I think we can get close, mid nines in it, 950s, maybe a 960.
It's really weird. We had the distributor wasn't locked out.
Yeah.
And we don't know where the timing was going.
Yeah.
But that's when it run its best time. So we locked the distributor out and started just doing the timing where we wanted it, and it wasn't running as near as fast. So it must have been really throwing that timing out there.
Yeah,
a lot more.
We run a 996, and I'm pretty sure we were slipping the clutch pretty bad. So, like I said, I think I've got it figured out as far as the timing and the tune and everything. So basically, I'm gonna put the same tune in it that I had at No Name the first couple passes, and see what it runs down here in Orlando.
You gonna put a set of 10.5s on it and see what it runs?
Do what?
What size tire you run on that?
It's 32, 14, 550.
Oh, okay. You put a set of 10.5s on it and see what you can get it to run.
I'm looking.
We're going to try. We talked about that.
Go
that
for that. Go for that
Here
big
to
money.
have somebody to run with,
Yeah. Go for that big money at No Name.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Like
highest.
I said, I had a whole nother motor package planned out, but I had to spend my money at my house up here, so I had to do some.
We lose them. I think we lost
Plumbing work.
them.
Pretty much 20% of it. But 2024 may see a whole new.
2024. This is my redemption year. I'm gonna show up with a car and running car this year. But 2024 is gonna be the year that Joe got me convinced now when he weighed those two motors. I'm like, well, shit, why don't I just put a big block in there with aluminum heads? Because you ain't adding no weight to the front of the car.
Yep.
It's a lot easier to get horsepower out of a big block and torque out of a big block than it is a small block.
Yeah.
A lot less money.
Yeah, that was surprising. I thought there'd be a little bit more difference in that. But
I could have. I mean, I would say you could ask the guys in Discord. I was always saying, man, he's adding weight to the front for the same amount of cubic inches. But shit, when he weighed those two motors, like, okay, I'm a believer now.
yeah,
It's like I got
Heads
to
way.
get my tunnel ram back from Jed now. And hook up all of that nitrous. Because if I don't have a whole lot of money, if I grenade a motorhome 440, who cares? As long as I don't hurt the heads, because I want to get a set of trick flow heads. I've been looking at they're expensive, but man, I don't think you can beat the flow numbers on them.
running just 440 stealth heads on the B here, man. I don't have anything bad to say about them.
Hey, them, 440 source
For the price?
for the price, you can't beat them.
Yeah, what is it, like $1,000 for a set of heads? That ain't nothing
Set.
for a set of aluminum heads.
Yep.
That's what I'm running on it right now.
And hey, he's picking the front tires up off the ground.
Yeah, I might
Drag radius.
I don't know.
And that's on a drag raid. I even put my slicks on you. I bought a set of slicks, brought them, and never put them on. Brand new. They're
You wish
still
you
sitting
did.
there. I wished I did, yeah.
Yeah, he had that
Well,
run.
there's always this year. You can always put them on this year.
Yeah. Blake, I don't know if you know the story or not. He was in the 10.5 class, and he was running Blake, and he accidentally got it. The way his nitrous is set up, when he floorboards it, the button's actually on the linkage,
On the
of,
linkage,
of the throttle body. So when you floorboard it, it hits the button. And he got into it off the starting line with the run with Blake. And hey, it took it. It held it. Wow, gone. He tried to do that with the Dodge Whisper, and it didn't work out. So
That's one guy we ain't heard from. And I'm kind of wondering what's going on, because remember if you look at his last videos, he went and picked up that Demon. That guy traded in that Demon. I want to see what he's doing with that, because that was a nice looking car.
I don't know if Duddy was helping him with videos and things like that, because Duddy moved.
Yeah.
I think they were together or whatever, and I think Duddy may have been helping him out with video. I don't know. But I did see him on a live the other night.
Who?
Or Dodge Whisper.
Oh, well, what live was he on?
Which one was I on? I think it was one with Blake, or it could have been Ryan's with Streetcar Chronicles.
Okay. I'll go back and look.
Yeah. But
he was nice as hell, too. He was a nice guy. I liked him.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Duddy, I guess from what I hear, Duddy, just where he's at, he can't get internet.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
But now, Wilburn said Duddy was registered for this year, too. So.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Here he comes.
That's shit.
Back out the link. No hands.
How you doing, Jed?
I am fucking worn out. I didn't have to move much. I just hung stuff up. I actually got to hang signs up. I actually got fucking signs hung up, had old license plates, did all that shit today. Kind of took it easy because I was out at the new property from literally 10 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Unpacking, loading things up, moving shit around, getting the wheel on it. And I think the pictures show that it's looking pretty cool.
Well, you guys are just moving the garage right now. You ain't even moving the house yet, are you?
Yeah, mostly.
I think you're still moving valve covers, aren't you?
Yeah.
We've got the valve covers done, the
You got
signs.
them.
Jed, did you see that picture of that oil pan when I pulled it off of that 440?
No.
Oh, okay. I got to bring it up. It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
If you need another pan, a front sump, I think I've got a couple of them out here.
Yeah, well, when I finally build that motor, I will. That motor's going to be a semi long term build. Look at that.
Oh my god.
It looks like a dinosaur turd. Some dinosaur shit in my oil pan.
What in the hell is that?
Dirt and shit. It's mud.
Why
The
is
piece
there
I'm holding in my hand there was on top of the pickup tube.
Why
On
is
top
there-
of the pickup.
Why is there mud in the pan?
Because it
Because
was
the
flat
valley
out in
pan
the
was
field.
rusted. The valley
The
pan
valley
was
pan was
rusted.
rusted through. We dug grass and all kinds of shit out of that motor.
Damn.
Probably rat shit.
That could be a big old thing of rat shit. I don't know. I know there was mud. I know that the cooling passages are all stopped up with mud dauber nests. One of the freeze plugs is out, and it's just mud daubers in there.
I do want to
I'm
make
worried about the block, so
I do want to say something. I'm pretty proud of myself. I feel very dumb being a man and not, being super well versed in it. But I can really appreciate someone who can start a fire from like nothing, which is like wood and shit.
oh yeah, you said you've been playing with that wood burning stove.
I had it burning all day yesterday. I spent more time on the stove and the Jake's banner together. But I took a really cool slow motion of the fire burning, and Anna and I spent 2 hours on it this morning editing it, finding the perfect music and perfect everything. I'd like to share that with you all because that's cool.
Now, are you even considering or even thinking about when you're setting that shop up? Are you doing anything special for filming? Like setting it up to make it easier to film in, or are you just saying, fuck it, I'm making it easy for me to work in?
Basically that.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, they changed this, didn't they? I don't know how to share screen anymore.
It's Present. They changed the name of it to Present.
Yeah, I see that, and then did I just share the video file? Yeah, I can just share the video file.
Oh, now it's showing up down here. Okay.
That's pretty cool. That's actually got the music to it and everything. See, now that you get the music.
Oh, you using that as like an outro or something?
No, that's like a skill. Kind of pulled off my butt.
I'll just run that on continuous loop on my computer at different times.
That's what this is. This is designed to play on a particular loop. And it's copyright free, but I wanted to give Dark credit to the art.
Pretty cool.
You don't have to play the whole thing, but yeah, that was kind of just the thought. Now I think back, I think different music.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
I will also say we bought a Harbor Freight axe and hatchet. I wanted the fireman's axe set because in 7 Days to Die, it's my main melee weapon.
Yeah.
But they talked me out of it. But tell you what, spend your money on something else other than Harbor Freight axe. The heads got loose the first time I used them, and they are dull as shit.
I was one of those. You hit something, you bring it back. The head flies off and hits somebody.
Pretty much, it's almost a legit fear.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
literally one of the. Oh god.
All right, go ahead, Jed. I'm sorry, I had to bring that up.
Oh, we were looking at the grind on the heads, and one of the grinds went straight up the middle, and then all of a sudden it did this number. So yeah, don't buy the Harbor Freight axe and think it's a good one.
Well, them Chinese fellers, sometimes they mess up. On
How
certain
when their
things.
eyes are all squinty? Wait, I shouldn't say that. I'll get another troll.
Yeah, he did showcase your dance moves. I will say that.
That is true.
William, do you have that picture
William
What
the
picture?
Conqueror.
from Indy of everybody?
Oh, in the hotel room.
Yeah, you guys don't. Jed, you don't care if I show that picture, do you?
Not at all.
Okay. I'm
Um,
throw it up in Discord or
It's
either
either-
Discord or you show it.
it should be in Discord or it's on
It
Facebook.
was way up there in Discord.
Yeah, I'd say post it again.
Hang on a second. Yeah, it's on my phone. Yeah, I'll post it.
Cope asked if you found out who your troll was.
Who did? What?
Yeah, Cope was asking if you found out who your troll was.
No. I also want to make an announcement that Wisconsin is having a nude car show.
What?
Like legit, everybody who's at this car show will be nude. It's legit. And I sent it to Ryan, of all people. I said, dude, you should go film it. You should go. And he said, it's like 6 hours from me. He didn't say no.
I don't know though. Do you ever walk around a car show and most of those people are people you don't want to see naked?
True. But I think it'd be fucking hilarious. I could just see Ryan going,
Oh damn! I got to shrink this down.
Oh, here, I'm going to share the photos of the shop.
Here, hold on. There we go. Now I got a good size. Let's see. I'll present.
Don't forget to share William the Conqueror.
I still want to know whose legs those are.
It was just a crotch shot, man. They work on you, though. They make you look intimidating.
There we go. There's everybody. Everybody at Indy. Well, not actually at the show, but
Yeah, those were all.
this is before we braved the snowstorm to go eat at Golden Corral.
Yeah, that was gone by the time we were done eating.
Yeah, it was rain. It rained all weekend. So we go out and we get ready to leave. As soon as we get ready to leave, ice starts falling. And then by the time we made the half-hour drive to Golden Corral, it was a damn blizzard. Then we eat, we go back out, and everything's gone. It's like, oh my God. It was the literal definition of that escalated quickly.
Yeah. Oh, you want to show the pictures of the shop, how it's coming out?
The what?
The shop pictures. I put them back in Discord. I don't know if they're
Oh,
up yet.
okay. Yeah, I could do that. See what we got. Oh. Let's see. It's probably be. Yeah, if I don't click off of Discord, I don't think there's anything up right now in Discord that would get us in trouble.
Aside from maybe William the Conqueror.
But you got to watch it.
You just got to watch out.
You got to watch sharing our Discord screen to the world.
Not a family-friendly place.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's totally PG-13. At least.
Whatever.
Ish.
That's Dad's new Jake's tool cabinet.
That looks nice right there.
That is a really nice freaking tool chest for the money.
That looks like a really cool workspace, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip some of those cabinets out because the lathe has to live somewhere, and my toolbox is gonna get moved in there too.
It looks a lot more organized than the other place.
Well, that's because I'm actually taking the time to. At first, it was pack shit away so they can't be seen, and now it's just like I don't care. So I've been pulling shit out, like I displayed all my old camshafts. That took 2 hours to hang, and what sucked is I lined it up on one set of rafter beams for the roof, and I was this far off from the other beam, so I had to find little blocks of wood to like attach to the damn beam so it'd reach. And like every block I found ended up splitting in half. It was a nightmare. I had too much time on that.
That's why you got to drill a pilot hole in them.
I didn't have any drills. All I had was old nails that I pulled out of the walls.
That looks like a good filming space, though.
Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to move. My dad got all the rock and stuff poured into the barn today, so at least that's kosher now. Now we can put stuff in the barn.
You don't realize how much stuff you have until you move.
I look in this bedroom and it's like, this is going to take forever.
And you never have a big enough garage.
No.
Oh, no. Once you think you do, you just get more stuff to fill it. Once you get more space, you get more stuff to fill it.
Yeah.
Oh, Peckerwood
Who was
wants
the
some
dude next to Ryan? That was Rob, wasn't it? Was it Rob or was it? Let me see. No, that was Mark. Mark was next to Ryan, and then Rob was up in the corner.
Yeah.
That was Mr. Foots, Mr. Bigfoots.
Okay, you got to show William the Conqueror now because Dean Stevenson asked for it.
You got to show it.
Okay, we first need to preface. If there are any women in chat, please restrain yourselves. If there's any men who are weak and they're a little flippy, they don't know exactly what they want, also please restrain yourselves.
Also,
What
it's
are we
only
showing?
me from the waist up.
No, it's all William.
I have a real intense expression on my face because I was focusing on driving the Cushman out of the backyard. So it's photoshopped of me driving the Cushman. Everything else photoshopped out, and you'll see.
Oh, okay, I got it. I'll show that. Hold on, I got to get it prepared though.
Oh, where are all like the photos I did like in that one thumbnail of William riding from the gates of hell? Yeah, there it is. God, this shit makes me fucking laugh too much. I have way too much fun with freaking Photoshop.
We have Photoshop moments.
There we go. William the Conqueror.
Holding a bag of powdered donuts and a sword.
Don't ask. There's that one.
That one's actually pretty freaking cool.
I can't remember what I was doing something to shout out William. Oh, it was on the truck. It was I was shouting at William because we talked about maybe racing the Cushman big truck, my C800, and I was like, well, I should just throw in a little snippet of like what William's channel's like, and then I put like some death metal behind it.
That's actually a pretty freaking cool picture.
Thank you. Yeah.
You still got the one where you took out the charger and put the Cushman in its place?
Let me see if that's on my phone. I do have that one. That one is pretty fan. Yeah, there it is. That was Dad's idea.
I showed that to a work buddy of mine, and his jaw he was completely surprised, and I told him it's photoshopped.
It took quite a while to get the smoke filled in. That's the best. That needs to be a legit poster.
Yeah.
So there's a prelude to this year.
Maybe not this year. Next year, I can see it being a possibility.
That's just
Definitely.
that is freaking hilarious.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
we have too much fun.
Yeah, no name 24. The Cushman wins the burnout contest.
Well, you gotta win. You gotta hold your title this year. You have a lot of people gunning for you this year.
Mm-hmm. I got something special in mind. But there's gonna be a lot of people bringing their A game for it. So I'm looking forward to the show.
I thought I saw Daniel in another live, but he said he was off work tonight.
I don't know.
I don't know where he's at. Yeah, if he finds us, he finds us.
Oh, I found another 390 double pumper.
Cool.
I kind of overpaid for it on eBay, but it was a 4-corner version. Mine's only a 2-corner, but they're identical besides that. So
couldn't you just change one of the metering blocks?
I'm not real sure. If 390s are real funky. I just figure I'll set it 1.5 and not mess with it.
And time changes now, don't it?
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah, we lose an hour.
Mm-hmm.
we're already a hour fast, probably. What time is it right now?
When is it? Oh, it changes at like 2 a.m. though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They need to get rid of that shit. Just put us on the winter hour where we gain an hour and then we'll be fine.
Do 30 minutes.
That's what I said. Just do 30 minutes and then leave it in the center.
Yeah, that would work.
What's that going to matter? You know?
Makes too much sense.
Like down here, it don't get dark until 9:30 in the middle of summer. You know, it's like shit.
Oh yeah, that's the way it is here too. Who the hell needs to be out at 9:30? Ain't no farmers out at 9:30. From what I understood, that the farmers were against it anyway. Oh, here we go. How do I get rid of that? There we go. No, you never know. That's all politics.
I do want to share a little sneak preview of the Cushman's exhaust.
Oh yeah.
Hang on a second.
If they're in the share, we'd probably be able to hear it.
What motor's that
Yeah.
thing got in it right now?
It has a 2-cylinder, 18 horsepower OMC motor.
Thing sounds like a freaking.
Why do you have 2 coils?
Yeah, I did.
That thing sounds wicked for a little 2-cylinder motor.
It has 2 coils. It's a 2-cylinder, obviously, but
Yeah.
it has a I think it's called a waste spark or it fires both spark plugs at the same time, but only one contributes to power at a time.
Yeah, it's wasted spark ignition.
Yeah.
It's simpler. I think the thing sounds like a damn BMW. I think it sounds good.
I've been watching videos on hit and miss motors, and I want one really bad now.
I've been wanting one for years.
Oh, dude. I was working on that wood stove, you know, like I was saying, and I was watching the chimney puff smoke, and I was I don't know why I was so entertained by that, and I was walking back around the shop and had the realization, shit, I'm going to own a steam engine now. I like playing with fire. I like engines, so I'm going to buy a big ass steam engine.
Mopar Man 78, I might the flamethrower kit might be a good idea for the 440 Cushman.
Hey, don't be saying
440
that.
Cushman with flamethrower exhaust.
Don't be saying this out in public, man. People are going to
He's already put up the prototype where he got the idea.
I already had the idea, and then I saw these on a Cushman group on Facebook.
I still think a 318 Cushman would be fine.
But 440 Cushman sounds better. I do actually need to get
Cushman sounds like you're gonna die. is what it
It's
sounds
gonna
like.
be
That's part
fine.
of the fun of
Come
it.
on.
I wanna be able-
the way the same.
Yep.
I want to be able to rev the motor and just about flip the damn thing over.
So, William, I've actually been engineering this thing in my head for you. Is you basically just need to build it like a dragster, like a rear engine dragster, where you sit in front of the motor, and you basically have the engine coupled directly with. They make them those like dragster couplings that basically go around the end of the transmission, right to the rear end for no drive shaft. But you attach the engine directly to the rear end because really, how fast do you really want to go on that damn thing? And
Yeah, you really don't need that kind of gearing. You just go 1-to-1 all the time.
I'm thinking the original Cushman rear end bolted going directly to the transmission would be fine, because it would be perfect at slower speeds, and I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna be going down the road with it because it would be irresponsible to take it on the road.
Well, and you also have that short tail shaft out of that motorhome, don't you? That short tail shaft.
I do have that, but I'm not sure if it's a short shaft. I'm gonna have to measure it.
I have a short one. My whole thing was keeping this package really tight so you kind of keep it in standard proportions. And I think if you put a transmission on there and then you have the rear end, you then all of a sudden got like this huge ass end, and you're up here in the front. I don't know what to handle.
One idea that that my buddy Ricky's told me was to get a V drive set up and to have the motor sitting basically in the bed.
Well, yeah, it's going to
way
be
too complicated.
Yeah, that seemed over complicated. It would be really freaking cool to set it up, but I don't even want to begin to know what one of those V drive units even costs.
Now,
So
didn't
basically,
they have? Oh, go ahead, Jed.
So basically, the engine's going to be sitting on top of the rear end, and then it's going to be
It'd be facing backwards and everything.
That puts too much weight at the back, which is making it going to want to wheelie, which would be cool, but not in something that stubby, that light. So I want to keep that engine like at your back with a firewall, and then have the rear end so far back for stability, but also keeping your Cushman proportions is what I'm after.
Yeah.
You realize we're seriously talking about putting a 440 into a Cushman, right?
Yes, I'm very familiar, and I'm totally okay with it.
Okay.
Hey, I was talking.
I'm fine with it too, but I think you need to set up like the.
Picture this, Brian. Picture this: 440 powered Cushman with a tonneau ram with a blown 440 tonneau ram Cushman
with zoomies.
But you also if you build it the way that one, you need a padded scoop, and because the scoop for the tonneau ram would be your armrest.
He's got a point.
But what I'm saying is, what didn't the Hemi under glass, that wheelie car, didn't they have some way with the brakes to actually steer that?
Yeah, they
Because
usually
you're
do.
probably going to need that on that Cushman anyway, because that front tire is probably never going to touch the ground.
Have like tractor brakes on it for the back.
Yeah, that's what you need. It's like some kind of braking system to keep the thing straight. Because like I said, that front tire is never going to touch the ground.
Well, I can already picture myself revving it just to pull the front wheels off the ground, just driving it, just goose it and just boom, just almost like hydraulics.
Oh god!
It's almost going to do it anything off of idle. The front end's going to come off the ground. That's what I see happening.
So Brian, when we were playing the game last night, I was talking to Tom.
Yeah.
That was mostly him and I just hanging out, talking about Indy afterwards, but it's also me telling him that I might want to buy Quasimodo.
What are you going to do with it?
Build it with Tom. We're talking about 20% nitromethane. Because he's already got
it. Do something, or are you going to have it like your other twin plug Hemi was?
For right now, get it running on a stand to be cool enough, but we're thinking about Barracuda down the line instead of the lone alcohol 440, or building a dragster or a Cushman.
You know who needs to buy that motor though?
Hmm.
Besides you, the only other person I can think of that needs to buy that motor is Two Hacks Jeff, because he has that Mr. Norm Charger funny car.
Yeah. We offered it to him, I think, before it was finished. There was a set of heads that Tom had that Jeff wanted, but now Andrew's getting those heads.
Wonder where he's at. He usually pops into lives. He's another one that ain't here. Oh, well.
He's doing World of Wheels stuff this weekend.
Who? I was talking about Jeff Two Hacks.
Oh.
I need to get in touch with him for the wife's project truck that I'm not naming yet until I make the video. And I'm probably not going to go out to the shop tomorrow because I've got 2 hours of video footage to cut up and make into a decent sized viewable video.
I'm trying to think of a name for you.
We already got it.
The perfect name.
We already got the name.
He's already got the perfect name. We talked about it on the way to Indy, or on the way back.
Hey,
I think it was on the way back.
Yeah.
I was working on some.
We picked out a
Well,
name for this
The
4.
truck's going to be something different and special.
Yes.
The Purple People Eater.
No, it's not going to be purple. It's going to be black. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be black.
They picked out a name for that industrial 440 too.
You guys suck. You guys never include me in anything. I'm gonna play.
Wasn't it the Krusty 440?
Yeah, I might come up with a different name for it, though. I mean, because
The Krusty Big Block or something?
it had dinosaur poop in the fucking oil pan. I mean,
In light of that,
really,
yeah, I think in light of that, I think it does deserve a better
I
name.
mean, if anything's a shit box, that motor's a shit box.
All the internals look all right on it?
No, no.
Didn't think so.
Like I said, I'm
That's
going
optimistic.
to use the block, and I hope the block's all right.
That's the only thing bad. What you say, it was industrial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 76, 77.
So tell everybody watch out for the industrial and the RV motors, because a lot of times, well, like I said, we bought a couple that were cracked or whatever, just from water being in them and everything.
Oh, Jed, the starter on this thing has offset mounting holes, so I can use a regular gear reduction starter on it.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Good to know.
I was so happy.
You need to put that other 440 on that and run it.
That's what I'm going to do.
Video, yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I just
That's gonna be a
got to
cool
build the
video.
platform for it. I got to get some bricks or wood or something to kind of build it up or level it out or something.
Okay, here's the thing: when you put that 440 in the Cushman, are you going to paint it orange?
No,
You paint it black, right?
no. It's going to be corporate blue.
Any blue?
I like
the
corporate
worst
blue. It's
color.
nice. That or turquoise.
I can go with turquoise.
I could go with turquoise over corporate blue.
I can't stand corporate blue. It makes
Then again, somebody painted the damn engine in that truck. That's Ford blue. I don't care what anybody said. They painted that thing Ford blue. That 318.
Is it
I
dark?
think that's what we're going to do first is just get that truck running and moving around.
You know, I actually just had a thought. Some of the very early Cushman motors in '65 were actually painted like a rusty red. So I might do a rusty red color too,
That'd be cool.
to mimic Cushman's original color on my original motor.
Red.
A rusty red, not
It's-
like
It's a red.
not like a bright red or anything. It's like a rusty red. And you know what the name would be?
The Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket.
The Crimson
Oh my
Fit.
God. William the Conqueror sailing down, hunting for poontang on his Red Rocket. Coming to a town near you.
There's a Cartman on the back.
Oh, well.
Well, that name is
Yeah.
settled then.
Officially
The
set
Cushman will
off.
have to be red. The motor will be red, and it will be the Red Rocket.
That officially sets this off. All right, now we're safe.
I think that's the first time I've set it off.
No, I think you set it off with. No, it was before I had it. You set it off. You would have set it off with
Oh yeah, I know.
pull the pole or hold the hole, not pull the hole.
Yeah, that broke all
Night
of
at
us.
your buddy's house.
That broke all of us.
Oh man,
Mm.
that's all right. Only 17 people made it to the weird hour. I don't know. The lives aren't doing it. The lives aren't getting as many people as they used to. I'm seeing nobody's live. I mean, except for Wilbur. I think Wilbur's stealing all our live thunder.
He's got one every night.
Friday.
I see that he's always on.
Yeah, he usually jumps on everybody's. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see him jumping into anybody's stuff. Probably too busy.
What?
Oh man, I wonder if no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I was going to give a preview of the truck, what
Do
we're
it.
wanting to do, but I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
Save
I'm
it
sure
for the
there's
video,
really
Brian.
cool van with
Save
you.
it. Save it for the video.
On your rust problem on the cab up there, has it got the drip rail bad too?
I think so. I think that's what caused the end because it's rusted, like the where the rear view mirror is laying on the seat because it rusted out around the rear view mirror on the inside.
Damn.
Check
They
that
all
out.
had that issue. Hell,
Mine did it. I did the drip rail and all. And I reconstructed all that metal across there.
I'm thinking of. I don't think those cabs up there changed in all the way up to 93.
Yeah, they're
on that
all
part
the
of
same.
the cab.
didn't you say you knew who has a skin or
Can't you get a whole roof skin? Can you not?
I haven't
think
seen
you
one.
could.
We've
From
looked. But
LMC don't have it.
we looked,
No.
but we didn't see it.
Most of those big places don't make a whole lot of stuff for the Dodge trucks yet. It's kind
No,
of
LMC just
Common
started.
cab. I mean,
I think if I can just get, because we got a pick and pull, and sometimes they get old stuff in. I just need to keep going out there and check it.
but they all had that same problem though. So
No, I don't think they all have it.
A lot of them did, but not all of them.
no.
Well, at
The
least
one
not
I've
as bad
seen
as
usually
mine.
got some rod up that way. So
Or not. I don't think it's as bad as her truck because that thing is. I'll show that on a later video because I mean it's all the way across.
2000. I got 2000 Dodge and damn if it ain't got two rust spots right now at the same spot. I'm fixing to start sanding on it. I ain't gonna let it get through.
Mm.
I got
My 70s
2003
rusted in the-
rusty all over.
My 70 pickup is rusted in the same spot Brian's truck is.
Yeah.
Not quite as bad, but it's still rusted through. I've got my hands on a camper special a while back and was able to. I got the cab sitting in my backyard right now for patch panels.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Jed just sent me a van, and I really want it because I really like these vans, but I just can't bring myself to drive a Ford.
Yeah. That's hard, ain't it?
'Cause I'm sorry, if you look at
I
the
was a
van-
Ford fan until I owned a couple, and then that ruined it.
Yeah, but the old school vans, the body style, Ford did do it the best.
I will say older stuff. Yeah, I don't have no
The
problem.
hood comes out farther. I really do like those, but I owned one for a long time. But
I drove a 79 Ford F-150 with the 300 inline six, 3-speed, no overdrive for years.
Damn, really?
Loved it.
I don't know.
Honestly, I loved it.
I don't know
Oh, they're
how
low flow,
what they did in their older vehicles, but the AC worked on every Ford I've ever owned.
My dad had an 89 F-150 with a 300 straight in it.
Yeah.
Thing got about 6 miles to a gallon. Yeah.
Mine had the 1-barrel carburetor. Wasn't cold natured in the slightest. It could be 2 degrees outside. Wind on a couple seconds to build up oil pressure. Pump it twice. Fires right up every time, and you can drive it immediately after. You don't have to wait for it to warm up. When we first started driving it, it had a dead miss on number 1 cylinder. Eventually, we rebuilt the motor and got it running like a freaking sewing machine. One time, coming back from college on the interstate, I was trying to keep up with my sister. She had a bit of a lead foot, and she had gotten up to 90, I think, and I was following her in that pickup, 3-speed, no overdrive. That motor was screaming, but I was right there with her. And I drove that truck for years. Never had any issues.
That's one thing I can't say. 300, that's probably a 306 Ford's probably one of the best motors ever made,
Yeah.
I would say.
I'm a Mopar guy through and through, but I am right there with you. When it comes to durability and reliability,
No.
Ford knocked it out of the freaking park with that 300.
Yeah.
The Slant 6 is probably close right behind it, but older tugs out at I used to work at FedEx in Memphis. The older gas tugs out at FedEx had that 300 inline 6. I got to talking with one of the maintenance guys in the maintenance shop about it one time, and he said that they've seen those tugs come in with the water pumps glowing. They change the water pumps, fill everything back up, and send it out. I heard a story of somebody trying to kill one of those motors and couldn't. It was knocking, but it was still running. They had drained the oil and was trying to blow up the motor, but they couldn't blow it up. It was knocking, but it was still running.
Hey, fellers. I'm actually going to go hang out in the living room with Dad and Anna and probably call it an early night because I just remember we got to pour a bunch of concrete. We just bought a concrete mixer.
All right. I'm probably gonna give this away and then end the live. So
What?
Here, I'm gonna give it away real quick. That's what we plan on cloning our truck into.
Oh, hell yes. That's what it needs to be. Okay,
There's
I got
a whole story behind those trucks that I'm gonna go real deep into on videos and stuff.
Did they actually make the black Little Red Express or whatever?
From what I've looked up, from the research I've done so far, it was a dealer installed option. You ordered one at a dealer. They sent the dealer a black Warlock.
The Warlock, yeah.
And they added all of the
the Warlock came in green.
Some of those have the Warlock stripes on them. Like some of the Midnight Express, there was only 200 of them that were done. And the thing is, a lot of them were done at Mr. Norm's.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna what I plan on doing, because there's a lot of people that say different things about what they could have had and what they couldn't have had and everything. Well, Jeff from Two Hacks knows a couple guys from Mr. Norm's, and I want to see if they had anything to do with putting one of these together. And I'm gonna do it exactly how they, or get it done exactly how they would have done it.
I'd like to throw this in here. Mark from Bigfoot says real men have 8-inch beds. I would like to just petition the whole chat here for a second and be like, instead of saying like that, can we just change it to Big Beds Matter?
Well, that's all right if real men have 8-foot beds, because this is my wife's truck and she's not a real man.
Thank God. There'd be a lot of explaining needed to be done.
Yeah.
I think my 70 pickup's got an 8-foot bed.
But the thing is now, here's the thing. The way me and her have been talking about it and thinking about it, if you were going to get one of these trucks, if they started out life as Warlocks, you could get a Warlock with any engine all the way up to the 440. 78 was the last year you could get a 440 in. So you could get an engine with everything up to a 440. And if you were going through someplace like Mr. Norm's, who had access to the direct connection catalog and would dealer install anything out of direct connection catalog, I'm thinking when we build this, we're going to do a 440, and I want a copy of the 78 direct connection catalog and look through, and anything in there that she wants on the truck, we're going to put on it.
Hang on, let me get my catalogs. I gotta dig them out.
Kind of a day two kind of thing, you know.
Let me see if I got 78.
Because that was the whole thing. I know and it says in a couple articles, or just about every article I've read, that Mr. Norm did most of these trucks. And I know, from what I understand of Mr. Norm, if he could make money off of it, whatever you asked him to do, he would do. So was that my phone that just went off, or was it somebody on here? Wasn't somebody on here?
What, mine?
Oh, out in the car. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, we even have the paint code for the black. It's a special black that they put on these things.
Looks good.
Some kind of midnight metallic unicorn black. I don't know.
If I was building it, I would have to have the gold wagon wheels on it, though.
The gold wagon wheels would look good.
I can't find my books. They're in there.
Oh well.
I think Roseman has 78 for sure.
As far as Warlocks go, they made black, which is what was most of them was. It
Green.
was black, green, orange, and blue. Those were the Warlocks. And you can get a Warlock in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive with any engine from a slant 6 up to a 440.
I wonder what they look like if you put the stacks as side pipes instead of as stacks.
I thought they did have side pipes, but no, those were. I always thought side pipes on a Warlock would be awesome, but she likes the little reds, and I was like, well, we could build a little red clone out of it. But how many people have built little red clones, you know?
Yeah, built something cooler.
And the truck is black. Was a black truck originally, so. The only thing that would make it cooler is that truck done pulling my duster down the highway on a trailer.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it. We've gone 2 hours. We had a good live tonight. So thanks, everybody, for staying with us this long. Thanks, Dean and Lee, for showing up.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool talking to you. Thanks, William. Thanks, Jed.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all later.
We'll see you.
Good night.
Have a good one, everybody.